Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to a new year of Listen to the Mrs. Podcast.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. I'm Art Lewis.
I'm Ann Williams.
Here to provide you with food news and interesting stories and recipes and lifestyle, all that good stuff that we do on the Listen to the Mrs. Podcast. Listen to the Mrs., a radio program that was broadcast at WSGW Radio in Saginaw, Michigan for 62 years, and we've now made it a podcast coming from the studios of WSGW, where we are both gainfully employed for another year. I'm glad to have it. So we are here in a brand new year, 2020, so both Ann and I thought we would look at some trends that might happen in the food world.
Yeah.
And also some stories and recipes, too, that go along with it. So my trends come from the Food Channel, which apparently has become, that along with the Cooking Channel, have become America's darlings of the food world. Everything seems to revolve around the Food Channel. So I'm just going to go through some of the trends they believe are going to happen in 2020. This one I find interesting because it's all over the news. It's everywhere, Michigan included, where we passed marijuana legislation allowing for recreational marijuana. But CBDs, cannabinoids are all over the place. And they are predicting that CBDs will be everywhere, including cannabis cafes. Some have already opened.
Wow.
You'll be able to ingest cannabis products.
Yeah, a lot of kinds of different claims they make about the benefits of that substance. And
True.
And, and it's debatable, too. There's I don't know how conclusive the evidence is, but many people believe in it.
Yep. Here's the second one, also is plant-based, because obviously cannabis is. They are suggesting that plant-based foods will continue to grow.
Yeah, we've seen that
The
starting.
Impossibles,
The pork just came out the other day.
Yeah, Impossible pork. The rise of data in the food industry. They're going to know where you go, what you eat, what you like, so that restaurants and food companies can tailor their advertising and their products to your needs and desires.
Grocery stores are already doing that.
Yeah, exactly. And in this day and age, with them watching you everywhere, I'm sure that's true. Customer-led innovations.
Really?
Where maybe you go to a restaurant and you take one of your recipes and suggest to the restaurant, hey, this might be good on your menu.
Interesting.
Might work. Some restaurants would be open to it.
Yeah.
Waste and sustainability. It's going to be a movement to get rid of that.
Yeah, that was one I think last year, too, it was mentioned.
It's been around a while
Yeah,
now.
the effort is ongoing.
Sustainability is a huge word these days, and waste also.
Yeah.
So there's going to be an effort to control waste and make everything sustainable. There is going to be an improvement in customer service.
Oh, really? Everybody
And we see
can appreciate that
in delivery systems.
Oh, yeah.
Customer is
Well,
served.
that's so big now with the food delivery and everything.
Yeah, that is
Grocery
huge.
delivery. Yeah.
A new sensitivity. I had to look to see what they were talking about here, but they believe that 2020 will be spent reaching an understanding of how to work with others.
Really?
Yeah. And I assume that since this is food related, it talks about restaurant workers and restaurants to customers and all of that. And options will be big this year. Oatmeal flour, almond flour, coconut flour. What is this one? Oat milk, soy milk, almond milk. Well, we've already got those. But there's going to be more and more of it. More options for you this year. So there's just a few.
Yeah, they drove Borden out of business the other day.
Yeah, they did.
Or not out of business, but into bankruptcy.
I grew up with Elsie Cow.
I
was so
they're not out of
disappointed.
business. I shouldn't have said that.
I thought Elsie was the only cow in the world when I grew up in New York.
It was everywhere.
Wondered how that one cow delivered
They
all
still
that
use
milk.
the Elsie the Cow logo, don't
Yeah,
they?
absolutely. All right, so those are mine. You had a few too, though.
I have a few from Real Simple, another food or another website, a kind of lifestyle website. And it has some of the same ones that you had. It has the alt meat, the alternative to meat. That was one. They also had vegan comfort food.
Oh.
Vegan and vegetarianism is getting more and more kind of popular and widespread.
Yep.
And they're saying that they're trying to transform the image of it away from, being like rabbit food to comfort food and things that, stick to your ribs, stuff that people, identify with. So.
There is a question about some of the veganism in restaurants and how vegan it really is.
Yeah.
We'll have to tackle that at another time.
Yeah,
but I know that Burger King's Impossible Burger came under question about that.
I think they got sued because somebody said they cooked their...
They cook it in a... It's cooked on the same broilers that the regular meat patties are cooked on.
Yeah, somebody got upset about that. And
so they were saying that the fat runoff from one runs onto the other. And
well, that's a legitimate claim if
and
you're
a
vegetarian.
Is. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, another one here, and this is really kind of out in left field. Filipino desserts.
Really?
They say that Filipino desserts grew up by 76% this year on Pinterest. Much of the hype started with something called ube, which is a type of bright purple sweet yam from the Philippines that's sneaking its way into every ice cream cone, macaron, brownie, and otherwise
Really?
Instagram-worthy dessert on Earth.
Not mine.
I haven't seen it either, but I'm sure that
Keep
we will
our eyes
see that.
open.
Yeah, ube. Okay, and then it also has the CBD stuff. It has CBD takes on edibles. The mocktail movement. They say there's going to be more and more of a trend away from alcohol and more a trend of developing cocktails without alcohol.
Which, good for me, because I'm a teetotaler.
Yeah.
I'd love that idea.
Here's another big one, and then I read this on more than one list as well. Less added sugar.
Really?
Yes. They say, and in parentheses, they have, but really this time. It says, if you're noticing a theme here, you're not alone. Living a healthy lifestyle, it's officially gone viral. Food and drink companies are taking note this year. They see serious scaled reductions of sugar levels without artificial sweeteners or compromise on taste. So there you go.
All right.
Yeah.
We were talking about vegan and things like that. Let's also talk about gluten-free.
Okay.
Because there's gluten-free everything. Chicken sandwiches, bacon on everything. They're among the biggest food fads of the past decade. But gluten is huge. Pepperidge Farm is releasing its first gluten-free products. Farmhouse Thin and Crispy Cookies. Gluten-free. Answering those in need. Now, and I hesitate to talk about gluten-free because a lot of people picked it up as a fad. They didn't have celiac disease. They just thought it was a fad that everybody was going to jump on board.
Or they somehow think it's better
healthier for you. And it's not really.
Yeah.
And so, I caution you. If you have celiac disease, obviously you need to be gluten-free. No two ways about it. But if you don't, you don't.
Not necessary.
Yeah, not necessary at all.
Lots of products on the market that say that, though.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, one thing we used to do on our daily radio show was talk about holidays of the day, food holidays, and holidays of the month. Well, since we're in a new month and a new year, thought we would talk about what foods are being celebrated for the month of January.
Excellent.
January is National Hot Tea Month.
Oh, I like that.
It's National Oatmeal Month. National Slow Cooking Month, which makes sense because it's cold. National Soup Month, again, cold. National Baking Month. I would have thought that would have been last month, December.
Yeah.
National Fat-Free Living Month. That makes sense because a lot of people in January are trying to turn over a new leaf on their diet.
Sure, have resolutions that last at least a month.
Yeah. Fat-Free Living Month, again, same thing. Also, it's Be Kind to Food Servers Month. Bread Machine Baking Month, specifically.
Really? They're still out there, huh?
I have one in the garage. Family Fit Lifestyle Month.
That's good.
National Fiber Focus Month. National Meat Month. Let's see. Prune Breakfast Month. Wheat Bread Month. Yeah.
That's
and
right.
Those are all the ones I have for the month. And then there's a few special weeks in December.
January.
Yeah, in January. Women's Healthy Weight Day is January 23rd. This week, yesterday, we were recording this on the 8th of January, but January 1st through the 7th was Diet Resolution Week.
Funny thing, right after New Year's, yeah.
You start seeing in the stores all the diet stuff and workout gear and all the commercials on TV about losing weight and the diet companies.
Disappears.
Yeah.
Goes away.
Yeah. It's also Fresh Squeeze Juice Week from the third week of the month, January 19th through 25th. And National Pizza Week is January 12th through 18th.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, if you made one of those resolutions to lose weight, then you don't want to hear what I'm going to talk about now.
Uh-oh.
Burger King has a new caramel M&M's shake.
Oh, that sounds awesome, actually.
Yeah.
What now? Caramel
It's basically
M&Ms?
every caramel lover's dream. It's called a caramel M&M's shake.
So they use the caramel, because there is a caramel M&M now.
That's what they use.
Okay.
They
Is
feature
it chocolate or vanilla?
I don't know. I haven't read that for you. Just a minute.
You can tell I'm interested.
Yeah, I can. It features caramel M&M's pieces and caramel syrup blended into vanilla soft serve, all finished with whipped topping, some M&M pieces, and even more caramel syrup.
Did they tell you how many calories?
$3.99. No.
Oh, my.
No.
I do not need to try that right now.
Wow. Boy, does that ever sound good,
Because I'm on
though.
the weight loss train right now.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
But that sounds really, really good.
Well, sorry to ruin your resolutions, folks, but there it is.
Well, I have something else that will ruin people's resolutions. Have you ever tried those little... they're mixes you can buy that to make mug cakes. You know,
I've heard about
a number
it.
of them on
Yeah,
the market.
I haven't tried it,
You
but
can
I
make
heard
a
about
mug cake, or they have their own container
Right.
that you just mix it in. It's a
Yeah.
little small, single serving cake. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now Duncan Hines is out with some that have they mimic certain cookies on the market that people like. Okay, you can buy them in Oreo flavor. Well, actually, it's Oreo cookies and cream. It has Oreo cookies and cream cake mixed with Oreo cookie pieces. You can buy a Chips Ahoy version, which has chocolate chip cake mix with Chips Ahoy cookie pieces, and a Honey Maid version, which is s'mores cake mix with Honey Maid graham cracker pieces. And these are the ones that you just, add a little water.
Yeah.
I think they're not hard to make. But apparently Walmart is where these can be found, on their website at least. Mm-hmm. So those are out there.
Let's go back to our plant-based stuff, because Starbucks has announced 3 new drinks made with almond, coconut, and oat milks. Some of these became available yesterday. You can get an almond milk honey flat white and a coconut milk latte at Starbucks. The almond milk honey flat white combines shots of Starbucks blonde espresso with steamed almond milk and a hint of honey. The coconut milk latte is made with Starbucks blonde espresso with steamed coconut milk, topped with a strike of cascara sugar topping for a sweet, non-dairy treat. All right. And you mentioned Oreos just before we move on here. Oreos has a heart-shaped Oreo dunking kit just in time for Valentine's Day.
Cute.
It's a heart-shaped kit, comes with cups where you can put in your liquid, and with Oreos, and you dunk away to your heart's content.
Very nice.
There you go.
All right. Well, if you are a fan of the Oscar Mayer Wieners or the Wienermobile, there's a big opportunity out there for one lucky person. Oscar Mayer is looking for their new Oscar Mayer Wienermobile driver. That person is called a hot dogger, by the way.
A hot dogger,
Hot dogger. And they say it's a pretty high honor because these Wienermobiles have been going across the country since 1936. I didn't realize they were that old. But anyway, you can go online, I think, to their website and apply to be their Wienermobile driver. It says they're looking for someone who's as wacky and creative as they are. You have to be pretty ready for an adventure.
Kind of like hot dogs.
Yeah, the more intense qualifications includes either a Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Arts degree in one of the following fields: advertising, communications, journalism, marketing, public relations. They're also open to other fields of study, and you get brownie points if you're bilingual. Competition's pretty tight, so you can submit an application up until January 31st on their website, and the position is 1 year. Doesn't say how much the pay is, but it sounds like a lot of fun.
It's all the dogs you can eat.
Yeah.
I sat behind the wheel of it once, but they
Did
wouldn't
you?
let me drive it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I was just so disappointed.
Only the hot dogger can drive it.
Only the hot dog can do it. All right.
Well, how about a recipe
Sure.
to wrap things up?
All right. That'll do it.
Since it's January, lots of people trying to, get on the weight loss train. How about a skinny French toast recipe? And we're going to talk about one other thing. We got a contest coming up
yes,
related to
indeed.
this. Skinny French toast, okay? This is from one of our cookbooks. And it calls for 3/4 of a cup of non-fat milk, 5 egg whites beaten, not the whole egg, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of sugar or 1 teaspoon of honey. And then you want 6 slices of day-old, slightly stale, non-fat or low-fat bread cut into 2-inch wide slices. What you do is mix all those ingredients except the bread. And then you dip the bread into the mixture, that is, and brown it on both sides, just like you do French toast in a nonstick pan. And that's how you make a lower-calorie, skinnier French toast.
Well, speaking of French toast, we are having what we are calling a French toast frenzy on February 12th. It's going to be here in Saginaw at the Maytag store. 8 contestants will make their French toast on site from 9 to noon and be judged, competing for cash money, $200 for first, $100 for second, $50 for third. And look at a nice apron from our friends at Pioneer Sugar. They're collectible. And it's easy. All you have to do is go online to WSGW.com and either click on contests or scroll down to the French toast box. Click on it, fill out the form, submit your recipe. And on February 6th, we will announce the 8 finalists. You have till February 5th to submit your recipe. Obviously, if you're listening to this podcast somewhere other than in the Great Lakes Bay region of Michigan, might be difficult for you to get here.
We've had people come from downstate,
Yep,
though.
we have, certainly have. So by all means, WSGW.com and click on the French Toast Contest. And that's going to pretty much do it for today. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget you can get a hold of us.
Yeah, on our Facebook page, just look for Listen to the Missus on Facebook. We have a Facebook page where you can contact us. You can contact us also on our website, WSGW.com, and also at our personal email addresses. Mine is Ann at WSGW.com.
Mine is Art Lewis, Lewis, Art Lewis at WSGW.com. And we'll talk to you again next week. Thanks for being with us.